It's that time again. Welcome to Behind the Chaos, where we read 'em and watch 'em weep. Where we always have an ace up our sleeve. Where we look down on our recent losers like a pair of snake eyes.
Geez, lady, how many more puns you got?
Our writers are paid by the word, not the hour.
Well, I happen to know a different line of work that's much more bang for your buck.
And that career certainly isn't winning any reality shows. Hello, Ted.
Hiya, Emily. And might I say, that intern shirt looks quite ravishing on you today.
Oh, such a gentleman. Wait, you were lying, weren't you?
Guilty as charged. Though it's not your fault. No one looks good in puke green. I would know.
Getting fashion advice from a guy that dresses like a choir boy.
Excuse me?
Anyway, voted out third. Damn. Honestly, a little bit shocked myself. And I know the audience was too. A lot of people thought you were going all the way. Did the big game you talked at the beginning go to your head?
Not at all. I called people's bluff. The problem with this game is you have to rely on others. Versus poker, where I only need to think about numero uno. Yeah, poker takes a lot of skill and finesse, but at the end of the day, sometimes a shitty hand is a shitty hand, and there's really not much you can do.
Sounds like you're making excuses.
All right, you try being a middle-aged dude on a team with 5 women, a confused jock simp, a space cadet coach, and a self-obsessed artist, and see how you do.
Ugh, someone's salty.
Hey, I'm only human. That's $1 million, so yeah, I'm a bit bummed. I worked really hard, and I still ended up here.
Think that would have been a different story on the red team.
Absolutely. I would have loved to work with someone like Jade. Or maybe even Hannah.
But you still had some connections on your team. You mediating between them was almost wholesome. Was that all strategy?
Yeah, of course a good amount of it was, but I also genuinely cared about him.
Oh, really? Did you feel bad for Richard?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure the guy spent his whole life dealing with bullshit. And I guess he kind of reminded me of one of my best buds back home. He's gay too.
Tell me more.
Look, I was never popular myself. I had weird interests and got a lot of flack for being the fat kid. So I always accepted people who were different. Despite what you may believe, not all people my age are ignorant. But that's just the thing, ignorance. I don't think Linda was trying to be malicious, but her choice of words is just kind of questionable sometimes.
Speaking of Linda, you connected with her too. Your conversation about your kids was a fan favorite moment of the show.
Oh yeah?
In fact, many fans assumed you were playing her.
What?
What's the truth?
No, not at all. I meant every word. I'm a dad, and I care about my kid, Nate, a lot. It was just nice to find someone else who understood my frustrations as a parent, so my mask slipped a little bit. Sue me.
I won't sue you, but the Moms Against DISVENTURE camp might after episode 1. How's it feel knowing your bare behind was seen by the entire world?
Ugh, no comment.
Oh, come on, you can't hide from it.
No, look, nature isn't my forte, okay?
And then you got vomited on.
All right, well, when you put it all together like that, it looks bad, okay? My time on the show was rough. But hey, the game's not over until it's over. I want to come back with a vengeance.
We will see if you get the chance, but it seems you bet all your chips. Did you really trust Logan?
God, no. I figured he was most likely to flip, easily influenced and such. But at that point, I had no power. I managed to rope in Linda, but outside of her, the girls were unwavering. I had no choice but to take a huge gamble. And if I was gonna go down, I was gonna go down swinging.
Anyone you're rooting for at this point?
Not really. Though, I do have a soft spot for Isabel. If she turns out as crafty as I suspected her to be, well, that's the kind of player I have the most respect for.
So, how about that home life? I feel we don't know much about you other than the fact that you're a poker player.
And for good reason. I knew the amount of attention this show would give me, so I don't speak much about my family to protect their privacy. But I'll say this much. My son is smart. Like, really smart. Like, astrophysics and quantum mechanics. And my wife is one of the warmest people you'll meet. What she saw in me, I'll never know.
Aw, come on. Is it really that hard to believe? I mean, Have you seen the amount of fans thirsting for you? Calling you a teddy bear and...
I was pretty caught off guard by that, which isn't easy to do.
Man, don't get too flustered. You're already in the hot seat after all.
Can we move on?
As much as I want to keep going, you're right that we are indeed running out of time. So one last question. Any advice for those out there that may want to pursue unconventional careers like yourself?
Yeah. Know what you're good at, and don't be ashamed of it. I know it's cliche, but it's your life, so do what you want. And also, be ready to work your ass off. I don't sugarcoat things. It's gonna be a lot of hardships and questioning what the hell you're doing with your life. So, keep the reminder of why you do what you do in your back pocket.
Sound advice from a growing man who plays games for a living.
Oh, sorry, is the glorified TMZ interviewer talking smack?
Touché. Watch it before I push you off this boat.
Do it and I'll pull you down with me, just like Amelie.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you to Mr. Ted Gordon for his reflections, and tune in next time to hear from our next contestant whose dream goes down the tubes.
Peace out, suckers. Oh, and hit me up if you need some help on that Balatro game. I can give you a few tips.
Oh, brother.